All right, good morning everyone. Ian here with Projekt Network. Here we are doing another highlight on the trades. We're here in this beautiful project in Southeast Oakville. I'm standing here with Braeden Sass from Hummingbird Hill Homes. So Braeden, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've been in the trade for about 3 years now. I started off through one of the government-funded pre-apprentice programs, and it got me set up through my first year of school. And at the end of it, they helped me to find a job. It's actually through the program that I met one of my instructors who was a former Hummingbird employee. And he spoke so highly of the company that I knew I had no option but to apply. And 3 years later, done my apprenticeship, just got my red seal, and have a whole career in front of me.
That's amazing. So very quickly, how old are you?
I'm 24.
So how old were you when you started in the trades?
So I actually started with an electrical apprenticeship right out of high school. It wasn't really for me, so following the pandemic, I switched over to carpentry, and that was when I was 20.
Okay. Now, what's something that drew you to carpentry?
So it's funny enough, I was out with one of my buddies in Toronto, and on the way home, we decided that we'd just detour down the bridle path, and seeing the scale of those houses, the intricate details, it really drew my eye in, but I kind of started to think about someone actually built that, and that was totally a career that I could see myself going in.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So for anybody just starting out in their journey, is there any advice you would give them in terms of how to get started, and not necessarily like selling carpentry, like let's sell some carpentry for sure, but how to pick the trade for them?
I think just across the trades, when you're being exposed to new things, you just have to be a sponge, listen to what the experienced guys are telling you. There's a lot of unknown because high school doesn't really push you towards the trades, so it's really the conversations that you have with the guys that have been doing it forever. They'll show you the ins and outs, what their day-to-day is actually really like.
Amazing, yeah. So going through your apprenticeship, talk to me a little bit about some of the ups and downs, some of the highlights, the achievements of that learning experience.
So I think the difficult thing with carpentry is how broad of a trade it is. So when you're going through the apprenticeship program, stuff that you do every day, you maybe only spend a couple weeks on throughout the entire thing, but it exposes you to the trade as a whole. Being in the residential side, I don't really see a lot of concrete formwork, which was the majority in my third year, but you also meet a lot of guys from different corners of the trades who they'll show you different tips and tricks. So you learn a broader spectrum than what's just kind of in the curriculum for the apprenticeship.
Yeah, absolutely. So going through, and when you look back on your years in the trades, what is, I guess, one project that you feel like you can be the most proud of?
I think our big addition that we did out in Georgetown on the McMaster residence, that was one that I was there from the very start. I was down in the pit when they were drilling helical piles, to coming back once it was all framed, seeing the big 28-foot tall corners at the back, and fortunately enough getting to lead the siding scope on that, and then kind of wrapping it all up at the end with the book-matched garage doors. And it was really a big challenge for me, but seeing the end product really paid off. Yeah,
that's amazing. As you're running through and you're looking at your day-to-day job, what is one task that you really look forward to doing? And give me a task that you're just like, oh my God, I don't want to do that.
So I think specifically to just being on the exterior scopes all the time. When you're in the middle of a wall siding it, there's no better day to me, because all your strapping set up, your trim's there. It's just, you have a task and it's go the whole time. But on the other side of that is when you're setting up with all the strapping, trying to plane out, because we all know with our 1.5-inch, 2-inch zip, the in and out you get just from the power of the compressor nailing it, it takes a lot of time to really flatten out those walls and get the details to look right at the end.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Now, when I rolled up today, you were out in front and you were detailing some windows.
Yes.
Talk to me about that. What are you doing there? Why are you throwing tape on the windows?
So it's part of the continuity of our air and water barrier. Before we even install the window, we tape the full opening just to protect it from water. And then once our windows go in, we detail the sides and the top with our zip tape to keep them watertight. We leave the bottom open with a sloped sill so that if any water does penetrate in there, it's going to come out to the front. But it's mainly just to keep the house watertight, and that's all I got.
Awesome. No, I love it. What's your favorite tool?
Favorite tool for me, it's gonna make me sound a little new school, but it's definitely the laser level. Helps me a ton when I'm laying out houses. We get a lot of waterfall details now, so to line everything up with that, you can blast a control line around the house to lay out everything in a matter of minutes. It really speeds up the process and is worth every penny for me.
Okay, amazing. So Braeden, I mean, thanks for being here with us today. Thanks for all the good info. As sort of a parting thing, give me a quick once over, community, how do you see the community in the trades? How do you see us being able to strengthen it? And then just again, going back to those young people in the trades, like, look, the trades can be tough. I came up through the trades, like you sort of touched on being a sponge, but like touch on some of the nitty gritty, like what are some things to watch out for, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I think, especially in the trades right now, we still kind of deal with I'd call it a stigma of some are low intelligence, it's dirty, it's grunt work, but you look at the projects that we're pulling off, the high-end detailing and all that, it's really special to be a part of it. And I think just starting out, I mean, you're gonna have those days where you're just pushing a broom or digging, but those days are what kind of make a name for yourself. It's if you're the first guy to grab the broom, first guy to grab the shovel, you're gonna have projects fed to you. It's just, you gotta show that you wanna be there and really commit to knowing that it might suck right now, but in a year or 2 years down the road, it's going to be going to someone else and you're going to be getting the high level details that you want to be doing and what made you get into the trade in the first place.
Yeah, amazing. That's fantastic advice. And I know from where I stand, I really think that community and mentorship is one of the things that is strong in the trades, but it can be better, it can be stronger. And that's one of the things we're really trying to foster with Projekt Network. And as we roll that out, and we're looking forward to having you on the platform.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Braeden.
Thank you.